Hello everybody, this is Feralpony, and I'm here playing Invisible Inc., doing a Let's Play, giving this a shot. This is my first Let's Play, so, if you guys are checking this out, feel free to leave comments, questions, whatever down below, and I will do my best to accommodate that in future episodes. So, Invisible Inc. is a turn-based tactical spy game. It's pretty unique, pretty sweet, made by the same guys that made Don't Starve, Mark and the Ninja, so they have some pretty other good titles underneath their belts. And with that, without further ado, let's jump into this. I'm going to make a new game. For context, I have played through this before on some couple levels. It's a roguelike, so there's random generation, there's new guys, etc. So I have a little bit of experience with it, but this will, as always, be a totally pretty new experience, as well as having some unexpected surprises. Hopefully, I'm sure that you lose a lot in this game, so we'll see how far I can get on this first run. Cool. I'll do the tutorial real quick so that you guys can sort of learn the mechanics.
We located your missing agent. He was off the grid for a while, but we've tracked him to an FTM holding cell here.
Interrogation room.
Once we re-establish neural uplink, guide the agent to the nearest elevator. Our extraction team will meet him on the roof. The agent has been undergoing extensive neural probing and may be disoriented. Speak slowly, and don't use any big words.
Excellent. Sorry, forgot she kind of jumps in there real suddenly. So, yeah, we're going to locate our agents, load in here, jump, jump, jump. So, they're going to teach us some mechanics here. I'll go over them as well. They do a pretty decent job of introducing them, but there's some subtleties here that I'll also try and point out. Cool. So, the game uses AP, which is basically action points. You get a certain number per turn. Right now he was captured again, apparently, and it's like, can you walk? So apparently the answer is yes. Very slowly. Then when you use all your AP, just hit end turn. The game will take all of your people and your agents, they will all make their actions, and then the entire enemy group will go. That includes guards, cameras, all that kind of fun stuff. So my current mission is to get to the door. Super tricky. Yay, I made it. Excellent, that wasn't too hard. Now, notice that you can have this little peek option. You can peek through any doors, you can peek around corners, and I see this little guard guy here. I don't really know how you're looking through the door. These things look pretty solid to me, but, I'm not going to complain. It's pretty helpful. Okay, so it's unlocked. Alright, cool. I'm going to open this little doorway up, sneak through. Cool, and there's this little chest here. Usually this one, the safe has my neural disruptor that I need to take out these guards. It's basically a super futuristic taser that has a super long recharge time. Okay, so now I'm going to end my turn. This guard thankfully isn't moving because it's a tutorial. Usually they move. And I'm going to sneak behind him all fancy-like. And now I'm going to zoom in. And I have this little takedown option. So I can KO him for 3 turns. You'll notice if this option is available, it means it will work. They're actually really good in this game. Zip, zap, zap, zap. Boom. Forgot that animation is so satisfying. And I'm going to steal his credits, because why not? But one thing this game does that's super nice is they don't let you take actions. Like, if for good example, for some reason I couldn't take out that guard, whether I was out of AP, or whether he had armor, or anything else like that, it just wouldn't have been an option for me, which is nice. So I'm going to peek through. That's great. Nothing there, probably need to do that. And then also I will close the door. It's also worth noting that you can open and close a door as many times as you want with no AP cost. Peeking, however, does cost AP, so if I peek through a door, it'll cost me 1, and if I open and close the door and then peek again, it costs me another 1, so if you're being a little reckless with this, you can kind of lose valuable parts of your turn. Okay, cool. In this case, I didn't... curses! I wasted 1 AP by peeking through the door that I need to do, but not that big a deal. But we're going to need some power. So there's a whole separate system here called Incognita, which is your, hacking machine of awesomeness. And she needs power to function, so you can steal it from these consoles. So over here I'll have 2 out of 20 power, and usually have a small amount of power you'll get every round. I'll go into that as we get there. Cool, so I'm going to open this doorway. Cool, here's a security camera. So I can access Incognita by hitting spacebar or by going to this thing, spacebar version. Okay, this brings us up to the hacking screen, where we'll see little red icons over everything that we can hack and everything that's a evil, malicious machine of some variety. They all do different stuff. Some might have valuables inside of them, some might be cameras, etc. We'll get to more of the nuances there later. But one option right now that I have is called the lockpick. This is the basic hacking device. It costs 2 power to break 1 level of firewall. So this camera has 1 level of firewall, and I have 2 power. Great, it's almost like a tutorial planned this. Okay, sweet. So I hacked it. Now you'll notice if I close the door on this again, I actually have vision now of everything the camera can see, which is super helpful. Okay, sweet. Okay, now I'm hiding behind this tiny shelf thing. I don't think it's very effective. But actually, that kind of stuff will fool the guard. You'll actually, if you look at this little spot here, I can't move the mouse without messing it up, but there's that little eyeball. That means that this is actually blocked from view from this direction. Super helpful. So you see on the wall as well. So if the guards looking at me from any other angle, they can't see me, but if you go from that angle, they can. Okay, so I'm going to peek through. I see a guard. He's staring at me and the wall, and so I have to lure him out, which means if you open a door, the guard didn't see me, so he's not like gun out, ready to, shoot me in the face, but he'd see a door, which is, doors magically opening and closing on their own, even in the future, is probably uncommon. So, alright, as she's central is saying, he's coming, prepare yourself. So we have this melee reaction ability. If you have guns, you also can have a ranged reaction ability, which hopefully we'll see later. But you see this like little armed symbol. It'll also be more noticeable here, but my icon will change color as well. That's warning me to end my turn. Hey, I don't know why it's beeping at me. Okay. So yeah, he'll check me out. He'll be like, hey, what's going on this direction? Ah, tasered. Now he's down. So I use his attack. Sweet. And I'm going to loot him, steal his stuff. If I need to, you can also like pick up and drag bodies, so I can pick them up and drag them around, but it costs me, I think, 3 AP per move. So a little weird. It's not recommended. There are some base spots where you might want to drag bodies around, but right now, not really needed. Alright. I don't need to worry about him because he's not going to wake up in time. So I can open this door up, close this door, and close. Okay. So the other nice thing that the Incognita does is she actually gives you vision of things that you don't have vision of, in a way. So by seeing this red zone, I know that some enemy is looking in these squares. And you'll actually even see it as I move sort of the cursor over. You'll actually see the colors change where the actual individual square where I'll be able to get spotted. And it will say, warning, watched. This location is watched by the enemy. And different things happen depending on who spots you, if they spot you. So like guards will just shoot you, but cameras will just raise alarms, that kind of stuff. Cool, so I have 1 AP left. I'm gonna peek. So that thing we did earlier where I can kind of peek around corners, and now I can spot this camera without getting spotted. I can open Incognita and use my lockpick and get the firewall. Success! Now this camera is on my side. Alright, moving forward. Got one more door here. Sweet. There's an armored threat. So, armored guards are a massive pain in the ass because I can't taser them. It's just cool hiding in blind spots thing. This actually doesn't come up too often in the game from what I've seen, where guards sort of looking at this piece of corner just like that, but I can get right up next to that little thing, and then I can actually sneak around it like this. As long as I remain in cover, I'm A-okay. And this guard will never spot me. So he's not super good at his job, as it turns out. And here we go. I made it, and escape out the elevator. Now we can rendezvous with my partner, International, and we can do this. And congratulations, I won the tutorial. I did so good. Splendid. Okay, so that's the tutorial. Just to give you guys a quick intro, real missions play out pretty differently. So at this point, I actually have all the guys unlocked because it only takes a couple run-throughs to get them, and there's actually different variants as well. So like Deckard, for example, has 2 variants. The important things to note is there are a few things to look at when you're looking at agents. First off, if you're interested, the sort of portrait, how the character looks, how the character feels, what their thematics are. This guy's like old school detective. She's kind of like hacker extraordinaire. This guy's like super sniper, kind of hitman, Agent 47 style. He's got like a gun, he can murder dudes. Let's see, she's more of like she's another different variant of hacker. This is like a weird scientist guy who's like super into tech stuff. And then she's like Russian secret agent who's super melee. and she can actually take out multiple dudes in a turn. That's sort of like her thing. Also, except for Nika, almost every one of these guards these guys has multiple variants, so they'll have different augments, different things. The stuff that's worth calling out are these stat lines first. So you have stealth, hacking, inventory, anarchy. Basically, stealth is how many action points you have. Hacking is how much power you draw from consoles. Inventory is how many things you can carry, and anarchy is how much you steal. So the more anarchy you have, you can like steal stuff from guards without them knowing, or steal extra money. And these equipment, I'll go into the specifics on them. I'm not going to go through all the characters. The combo I've really wanted to try recently is international and alternate banks. So, and I'll go into the sort of their synergies here. We also have some different options for hacking tools. I'm just going to stick with the basics. They're the most straightforward, and in-game we can also get different additional options. So, here we go. This could be a really, really sick combo. It's also high risk, high reward. So, cool. Operator, are you there? Okay, headquarters is gone. You guys can read this, but most of the agents have been captured. Everything, all of the shit hit the fan. Things are sad. We don't know what's happening. Also, the hacking system is dying, which is super sad sauce. So, we only have 72 hours. This timer actually ticks down as well, so while we're talking, we're technically wasting time, but I think we'll be okay. Important thing is basically all these different options pop up. I can sort of go through them. Generally, you want to look for ones that are closer, because this travel time takes 5 hours to do this mission, so it eats 5 of my 72. Further away ones might take 8, or like this one takes 11. And then each one of these basically have different reward types. So the server farm here allows me basically to buy different hacking tools. Security dispatch has generally different, specialized gear. Okay, actually this is not a bad one to run. Getting some extra. Usually each of these will have a pretty unique piece of rare itemization, so I'm going to jump in here, and then I can go over the other ones as they come up. So this is my expected reward. There's a little backstory, a large number of guards, keep an eye out for unsecured weaponry, and then keep a low profile. Cool beans. Alright, so we're jumping in. We're locating our agents. We've established a connection. We are synchronizing. There we go. Okay, so one thing that was not covered in the tutorial that is a really critical piece of this game is the alarm system. So, basically, every turn, the alarm system gets higher and higher and higher. As there's like these 5 little pips here. As these pips fill up, it will go alarm level 0 through to 1 to 2 up to 6. Every time the alarm level goes up, something bad happens and makes your life more difficult. The main mechanical reason for this is that it actually keeps you, you punishes mistakes, like if a security camera spots you, it goes up. It also stops you from basically kind of turtling or being really, really slow and sluggish. Cool, so, let's see some of these characters. So, jumping out of the elevator, the very first thing I'm going to do is actually want this item combo is, Banks has this awesome item called the Econ Chip. So I'm going to immediately hand this over to International, who's an amazing hacker. And she can also find consoles really easy to hack. The main difference is this item allows me to, instead of getting power, get cash. So if I can basically beat the levels with this team that's not as strong as other teams starting out with, I will start raking in the money, which will help me out later on. So right now the first thing I want to do is be a little bit slow as I'm kind of walking around here. And I want to try and figure out where these doors are. Usually there's more than one door. Ah, okay, there we go. See the second door up there. So I'm actually going to split the party up right now. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that way I can cover a lot of ground really quickly. International also has this awesome item called the Custom Scanner that reveals devices within 5 tiles, even if she can't see them. So I can actually, right off the bat, before even seeing this security camera, I can hack it. And it looks like there's actually nothing in there. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. If I'm ever in doubt, I can go to this hacking menu, and you can actually see all the little wall pieces. So it's possible there's like a doorway or a wall here that's connected that I can't see. So, possible. It's also possible it's just a dead end and I'll just leave immediately. But that's one of the reasons you want to split up your party right after the first turn. So, see the little wall level went up? Ah, okay. This is my little power drip. This basically just says I get 1 power every turn. Nothing super fancy. I'm actually going to peek. Ah, okay. So this actually is a spot that Oh, that was actually kind of misleading. So it looked like I had extra room here. This door is actually a special elevator I can't access. This is where additional guards will spawn. So the very first thing I'm going to do is close the door on that, because I never want to go in there and I never want to see anything come out of there. Okay, so I'm going to take a little peek. One thing you note on her is usually your team start off with basically the what are they called now? The neural disruptor tasers. She actually doesn't. She has a neural dart, which is a 2-shot pistol that can knock out a guard for an insignificant amount of time. It is not something you want to be relying upon heavily. That's sort of like a last-ditch effort. If something goes terribly wrong, I will use it. Other than that, I never want to use that gun because you realistically can't reload it. Okay, so I'm gonna...
Warning.
Oh, yep, warning, don't have enough AP, yeah, I get it. So, I'm gonna use her more for scouting for that very reason. Sweet, so I found some cameras, I'm gonna hack that, and a nano fabricator. I'm gonna hack that too. So, nano fabricators basically are just shops. They're like, you can't really shop in this game outside of in the mission itself. So, okay, I'm gonna be a little cautious here, because at this point, it's not the worst thing ever. Oh, I totally messed this up. Like, she's actually blocking the other. International's blocking banks, so I can't actually get her in there. So she's just gonna chill in here. But we'll see. I'm actually almost at alarm level 1. Thankfully, alarm level 1 actually doesn't do anything. It's just like, hey, warning, there's a thing here. So be careful. So, there's another thing I spotted. So I'm actually going to use this. I have plenty of power right now, so I'm going to use this convert. So she actually gets 2 power, and then an extra bonus power from her hacking, which is why I gave her the credit chip, econ chip, because she actually gets 3 power instead of 2, which means I get 225 credits instead of 150. So I'm just going to shank that. This is actually used. I don't get any power, so I get permanent money instead, which is much more useful, at least in the long run. However, let's see what happens here. So, makes us looking at some stuff. So here's some options. Augments. I haven't really gone over how things work or what they are. Ooh, this is super cool. Okay, I kind of want that. So augments are basically like cybernetic enhancements that upgrade your dude. So, and you only have a certain number of slots. So she actually, Banks has 2 slots, and I'm not using any of them. Whereas International has 1 slot that's already filled, and that's her her wireless emitter thing that lets you see through walls for computers and stuff. So going back to the shop. So I could do this, increase the speed of dragging. I have enough cash for it. It's not really that useful. So this Volt Disruptor 2 is really good. So it's armor piercing, knocks out a guard, and has no cooldown. Armor piercing is also really useful because sometimes you'll get stuck with an armor guard that you just can't deal with otherwise. And I really want her to have a melee weapon. Downside is this consumes 4 power every time I use it. I don't really have a... I get 1 power every... Only 1 power every turn. So I'm kind of torn on that one right now because that's all my money. Other things that are really useful that I can't use right now. Stuff in orange is stuff that I can't use due to skill requirements, which I can pretty easily buy out of later, but again, I need money for that. Charge packs are useful. These are actually probably the most versatile item. I'll probably find some of these lying around, so when they come up, I'll point up. This revives a dude, 1-time use. This is sort of like International's thing, where I can see through walls for shenanigans. It's actually just a worse version of that. And then Cloaking Rig is super good. So I'm actually tempted to get this one, but basically it allows you to turn invisible every 10 turns. This is basically the ultimate, like, oh shit button, I was spotted, turn invisible and run away. Because if a guard has you in his sights, I can maybe go over that. Okay, yeah, I'll live on the dangerous side. Okay. Yeah, I'll go for that right now. Okay. So I'm not going to do it right now because I don't really have any fallback plans, but if I don't enter a situation where I'm like in a dangerous spot with a guard, I'll just make one so you guys can see it. Sweet, so I'm going to peek through here, see what's going on. Nothing too fancy. I'm not going to run in this room right now because there's no cover here. I should have peeked through there. Meh. Well, and if a guard does patrol through here, which, okay, area alarm level 1. Nothing too bad happening right now. Stuff will get worse. The circuiting penalties at 2 and up for alarms. Ooh, that's cute. There's a little doorway there. These red doors can only be opened if I have an access card, which I can steal off guards. So, but I haven't found any guards yet, which I'm not going to complain about. Okay. I'm going to peek through here. Okay, so this is a turret. Basically, these just shoot you in the face if you walk by them, which is pretty saddening. And he has the same kind of, like, you can see the red zones. They have an arc of fire similar to like a camera or something like that. There's also a power supply next to them. You can hack the turret, the power supply, or both. If you hack the power supply, the turret just turns off, so I'm going to do that. The other thing you can hack is the turret itself, and the turret, if you hack it, becomes your turret. And so it actually will shoot and kill guards that walk in front of it. I don't want to do that because there's penalties for killing them, which I can go into when it comes up, but right now I just want to turn it off and just want to be able to walk by it and not have it be a problem. Okay, I haven't heard any. Usually you'll get a heads up and you'll hear the guards, so I'm not super scared about it. But we'll see what's happening here. So I'm playing a little bit dangerous game right now. I'm going to say the most dangerous game, but no risk, no worry. Okay, there we go. Excellent. You can hear the noises, you can see the little footsteps. That means my guy heard a guard walking through following this path. Which means, as I peek through it, I may not see the guard, but I'll be able to see he walked through this doorway. Most guards have a 2 to maybe 3 turn patrol pattern. It means he will most likely be coming right back through here on his next turn in the same way. So, I'm actually going to open this, and you can sort of follow his path around. If you imagine it sort of going in reverse, you can see it kind of chugging through there. So, he will actually not be able to see me if I hide here. Sweet. Okay. I want to get that console because it has money inside of it. Oh, that's not bueno. That is another power supply, which I will actually peek through first, because that could be a turret, that could be a laser grid also have. I hacked that. So this, okay. So the other thing that generators can supply is these laser grids that either like kill you if you walk through them, or send alarms, or other bad stuff. This one just kills you, which obviously is bad, I think, so. But I hacked it, so no worries. There are also safes, corporate safes. These can be hacked as well, so I'm going to do that. And so basically open up, and I can walk inside and take this EMP pack. Okay, this is the other reason you want to have some money on hand, is because if my inventory is full, I can, in the level, pay to upgrade my inventory, which is super nice. Downside is that you need to have money in hand and it costs a lot, so, and it goes up progressively each time. I did get her this EMP pack, which is actually a pretty cool thing. Basically, I put it down, I can detonate it, and it disables everything like drones, cameras, anything within 3 tiles that can be hacked gets disabled. It has 8-turn cooldown, so if I won't have to deal with drones for a little while. But if you do, they are a pain in the ass because you can't even shoot them or anything like that. They're huge. Thanks. Yeah, I know. Warning. Okay, we're just gonna do this. We'll get to drones when we get to drones. It'll be a while. I'm not too worried about it. Oh my, there's actually 2 guards here. So this guy's gonna go right back here. There's another cool feature you can do. I don't need to do this because I've already seen this pattern, but if you have a guard that you've seen before, you can use this observe button, and it goes, hey, he's patrolling, and he's going to follow this path. And if I actually had vision into the next room, I'd be able to see that as well. So you can kind of predict where guards are going to go. I could knock him out with her. I'm not gonna bother for now. I could sneak in here, but yeah, that lamp does not provide any cover, which makes sense. If I'm going to spend my turn hiding behind a lamp, that would be very silly. Okay. So, International is going to run in here, sneak through, be a baller. So a couple things I could do here. One option is I can basically send banks here, which we're going to do scout through. Okay, so this needs a lot of different places. I can check this power thing. I'm not gonna bother for now. And I'm actually gonna send her right back to where she was. I just wanted to sort of get a feel for the land. Because this guard's coming right back in. So, thankfully he's kind of a derp, so, you know. I'm gonna move Banks around a little bit, get her a little bit closer. I want to be able to hack this next turn. So one thing you notice is I'm being a little bit slow. Not anywhere near as far as I need to be. I'll also have to take out a guard at some point. Okay, great. So they alarm level 2 hit. There's new cameras. Let me see if any of them are in problem spots. Okay, so this camera is rebooting. So if I cared about it, which I really don't, because the spots that I care about in this level are basically where they have the special security equipment, which I want, so I'm trying to steal that, as well as where the elevator is to get out. Sweet. Okay, so you can jump in here. Yeah, steal that. So I could open this, I'll get spotted, which would be super sad. I could just sneak through here. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. A little dangerous, but I want to make sure I had as much AP as possible. Okay. Sneak through. Hack the safe. Okay. So, it might be a little bit premature, but I want to move in here. And I want to set up my reaction so that she'll stun the guard as he walks back. And the reason I want to do this is I'm going to need a key card at some point. Zip zap! Boom! Yeah, tasering dudes is pretty satisfying. Part of the reason I actually see this theater is a little heart monitor. If you kill guards, the alarm goes up quite a bit, so it's better to knock them out if you can. Oh, here we go. Okay. I get 80 credits, I get a charge pack, and a pass card. Okay. That's pretty good mix. Does this EMP pack cost anything? Okay, this is what I totally want. So I'm actually gonna send her in. Oh no, I have a cooldown on it. I can't do. Okay, that's actually fine because I'll need to wait for the next turn anyways. One of the fancy things about this game is that basically guards are KO'd for 3 turns if you basically taser them. But if you sit on top of the guard, they don't actually tick down at all. So I can sort of have Manx. I don't really need her right now. I can just have her kind of sit on this guard and make sure he doesn't get up. Okay. So I noticed traces of a leftover executable script. Sometimes these random events will pop up. Assigned to Rattlesnake. So she has 8 AP, 2 hacking skill. So I can try to reduce the engineering cost, or try to reverse engineer the script. Has a hacking cost equal to my remaining AP. Okay, so it just consumes all my rest of my turn. Okay, let's try that. Oh man, that did not succeed. Okay, it's actually not the worst penalty ever. I only lost 1 power, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Okay, cool. And I'm going to steal his charge back. Okay, so I can drag him around this corner, which I think I'm going to do. Yeah. So the things I need to care about now are I want to find the elevator, and I want to find the alarm. And alarms are increasing. I think pretty soon is when I start getting, having to deal with additional guards and such nonsense. Okay. So I can hack that through the wall, but not. Sweet, 150 gold. Or credits. I keep calling it gold. It's not gold. Okay, so all this stuff's watched by the enemy. How do I want to deal with this? I'm worried if I go too far with International into here, then... And if I try and send Banks off by herself, then they're going to get basically caught separated, and Banks can't defend herself without me wasting one of my 2 shots, and on mission 1, that's pretty painful to do. I'll give her 1 more turn. This is painful, though. Okay, Okay, nice. So that guard walked away, so I can kind of sneak in and see what's up. Splendid. Okay, so this might be a little bit of a risky play. I'm gonna hack. No, risky is not the right word for it. It's pretty safe, but it's a little bit. No, I'll just turn it off. I was tempted to say maybe I'll use the turret, and the turret will kill the guard, but okay. So, oh sweet, 450 credits is crazy. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, and that, and let's do it. Oh no! Oh my god, okay, never mind. I have so much cash right now. This is crazy land. Corporate intelligence just gives you additional money at the end of the turn, at the end of the run if you walk away with it. So it's worth keeping if you can, but certainly not the end of everything. And all be all. So she's here. Okay, I lied. I'm actually gonna drag him back because I want to send her through. I have 3 rooms here, and I'm sure that one of them is the... That's a pain in the ass. I should have taken care of this first. I also don't have a lot of power because life's so hard. Life's super, super, super hard. Okay, so drag this little body around. I actually can't move here. This is pretty painful. I'm tempted to hit this so that way I can scan this area, but I think I'm gonna banks. See, I'm gonna banks that there actually is nothing of value over here, which is probably a horrible thing to bank on. But in the light of having better decision-making processes or information, I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna run through here and get her back over to banks, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so okay, international. You are so slow. Let's do that, and we'll close the door for good measure. Who knows? There's probably another guard coming in soon. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna try something a little risky. I'm gonna open this door up and keep it open. The reason being that guards don't actually care unless they see a door physically opening. So why this matters is right now if I move international here. Yeah, excellent. Okay, this is totally what I wanted. She can actually move without getting spotted, whereas if I open this door, I'm pretty sure she would have gotten. Okay, and yeah, take down. Okay, I already have a pass card. I don't need 2 pass cards. Like, it already unlocks all the stuff I need. So I can, however. Let's see. Do you have a pass card? No, you don't. So now I'm basically at a decision point where I have to get up off of one of these guys. I'm just gonna move here, unlock the door, and I think this is the super secret guard room where all my stuff is that I want. So I'm actually gonna move her in. Yes, this is exactly what I needed. Okay, so I have to basically advanced technology detected. That's exactly what I came here for. So, this is what I need. Oh man, I'm almost along level 4. That's bad. So, this is what I need. See, hopefully something good. No whammies, no whammies. Go! Open up. Flurry gun. Okay, super awesome. This is what I need. Okay. So this gun is amazing. In fact, it actually says in the description, the Flurry is built around a handheld nuclear reactor. If I mispronounce that, I would get yelled at immediately, so I'm going to try and make sure. Yes, I can. Okay, so I'll make sure I don't mispronounce that. But it's built around a handheld nuclear reactor. When activated, the reactor goes critical, producing enough energy in a short amount of time for practically unlimited plasma shots. And by practically unlimited, they mean 1. That's apparently how the future works. But basically what ends up happening is this is an armor-piercing 2 gun. Armor-piercing 2 means it can kill anything in the game that you come across, and it can be fired once per mission. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but once per mission is a lot. Or most guns, you know, I get 2 uses for this neural dart, but after I use it, those 2 times, I'm basically out of luck, unless I somehow luck out and find ammo, which doesn't happen. But, so as I was saying before, how this cloaking device is like the ultimate oh shit button, I lied. The flurry gun is the ultimate oh shit button. A guard stumbles upon you, points, he goes, halt, and you go, no. And you shoot a nuclear-powered gun through his face, and he dies. It's amazing. Okay, so, next up, I'm actually going to run her all the way back, and close the door, and hope that guard doesn't wake up. If not, I'll have to shoot him with my handheld nuclear reactor. Okay, excellent. So I got this little thing here. What's up? Oh, no. Okay, this is... So at this point, these devices are totally worth hacking because I need to find the elevator. And giving me just a little bit of extra vision in this room is super useful. Okay, I'm gonna take a peek in here. Ah, there's so much stuff I need. Like, I want to get that safe, but there's no way it's worth it. Okay, sweet. So, there's a guard. He probably came in at the initial little guard patrol elevator here, which I might see him pop out. We'll see. Maybe he also did a different one. I'm hoping to not actually ever see him because that means I'm being stealthy. Kind of that if I can't see them, they can't see me. So I'm going to hack this. Steal the money instead of the power. 225. These safes typically have 150 in them. It sort of seems to be the average, so I'm going to ignore them. Oh my god, I need 4 power though to get through this stupid camera. So, okay, I'm gonna get through there. I'm hoping... Oh man, this might get dangerous. That guard is gonna get up in any second now, so I'm gonna drag this body out of the way. Okay, I actually hear him running around.
Nothing.
He said, nothing, which means he didn't find anything, obviously, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Just go here, drop the body, go back, close the door, because, you know, why not? I'm going to be reckless. Let's open the door. Yay! Best room ever! God, that's useless. Actually, while I'm waiting here and being useless, I'm going to see if this EMP device can shut off safes. I haven't actually really used one of these before, so let's see. Prime EMP. EMP is primed. Because I won't be like close enough to use it on this, so I have to wait another turn anyways. Boom! Okay, totally worked. That was awesome. Okay, so yeah, there's that guard. He is so far out, that's not useful. Okay. That was careful. That was lucky. He could have come in through the other way. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I could just shoot him. But I'd rather not. You get a cash penalty if you shoot dudes, which... Okay, there we go. 150 gold. Just like I said. That was also very reckless of me. I should have been 1 space back, because if this guard comes back and opens this door to investigate, I'm pretty much screwed. Hearing this stuff. They actually do a good job of hooking up the headphones. It's hard to necessarily... You might not be able to get this from the recording, but the guards, they do the... So I actually hear things from the right or the left, depending on where they are relative to my dudes. Oh, excellent. That is the elevator. So I was sort of seeing a double doorway. Double doorways are either elevators, or for you or the enemy, could be a different enemy elevator. But this is awesome, which means I get to basically run my dudes out and escape for freedom. Run away! Excellent, both my guys are here. I can now escape. Mission report is done. I currently have 1540 credits. So this client invoice, I think, is 100 gold from the corporate thing. From the corporate intelligence that I pull out as well. Earned some reputation. I don't really know what that does, but, you know, cool. I got 600 reputation. I explored most of the map. Don't know what this is either. You know, neutralizes the spy politically correct term for killed. I didn't kill anybody, and I ended with alarm tracker fork. Doesn't mean anything, but you know, and this cleanup cost here would go up if I'd killed dudes. But you know, I have that thing here. My dudes are done. I'm gonna hit continue, and then we'll show you quickly the post game kind of screen. So I have this dude here. His name is Monster 3R. Yeah, so every once in a while he'll give you like a big discount, be like, here's a cool thing I found, here's some cash. Like it's like $300 or whatever. Usually it's a pretty big, steep discount. It's like probably half off or more, and these are usually pretty good items. But you can also sell him stuff. Usually he only gives you probably like 1 or 2 things a game. It's not very common. There's a few things you can draw in. I actually see on here my inventory went upgraded a lot because I was buying stuff. And then, yeah, so I can do different stat upgrades. Some key things that are worth noting. Second level of Anarchy is required for a number of items, as well as I can steal things from behind. Not really super useful. The 5th level is kind of interesting. I have a chance to find items, which is pretty sweet. I'm not going to worry about that because it's so expensive. And I also don't have enough dudes yet to actually carry all the items. Like, you can already tell she's already almost full on items. But stealth is super awesome. I'm going to put a point in stealth. That'll give me an extra action. Actually, I lied. I'm going to do that. The reason I wanted to just promise this would be a high-risk, high-reward strategy. And as a result, I'm going to put a lot of points into hacking. So this gives me plus 3 power per thing that I draw, and with this item, it gives me an extra 150 cash every time I draw out of a socket, which is super awesome. So I'm going to accept that. We're going to see here. I really should have probably done something a little differently there, but I'll give the cloaking rig. Oh no, I don't have stealth skill at all. I'm the worst at this game. Okay, there's really no point in me even holding onto this right now. I'll keep it in my storage just because I will get stealth 2 probably the next mission, assuming I don't die horribly. Other things that are cool. I'm actually going to pull this neural dart off of Banks and give it to International. The reason being that if Banks gets caught, she has to use a gun. I don't have a melee option, and this flurry gun was basically just the safer, better version of the neural dart, whereas International might be able to get away with using her taser instead. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm keeping it on still as a panic button. Not a bad idea to have a panic button in this game. Also, maybe just I don't need it because I kind of want the inventory slot because I steal a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'll actually just do that. But in theory, I might want that on her. I'm going to click accept, and we are good to go. And I'm going to actually call it for this one. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, of who did. And next time, we will go back to the screen and pick out a new mission. Yeah, please leave your comments down below, stuff I can work on, stuff that you guys like, stuff that you didn't like, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much. Catch you later.